So we got a very nice message, or I did, that is meant to all of us, because apparently you all have access to my channel. But
well, you know, we were going to get the message anyway. You would relay it to us,
yeah.
obviously.
I'm not sure, since I am recording this, I'm not sure if they want their name shared, so I'm not gonna do that, but they'll know who they are.
Yeah.
And they can out themselves in the comments if they want to.
Yeah.
But they say this. So I've been subscribed to your channel for a while now. During a longish stint in the hospital, my roommate was sent a link to your reading of My Immortal. I was forced to listen to that travesty, and eventually it grew on me. My roommate and I spent the endless hours we were stuck in the hospital listening to the rest of your bad fanfiction readings. And we both agreed that Hushicho is our favorite kind of permanent guest commentator.
Seems legit.
The two of you made our time in the hospital as enjoyable as something like that can be, and I can't thank you enough for that. The last few months haven't been easy for me, and some days have just really sucked. That being said, I've always had a reason to laugh, even on the worst of days, because of bad fanfiction theater. So thank you. You, Hushicho, Hawkye, and people I'm likely forgetting are all awesome, and I look forward to seeing, or rather hearing, because I'm not a stalker, I swears, from all of you in the future. And then we have fanfic recommendations. At any rate, I'll leave you once more with my thanks for all the joyous moments I've had listening to you, and whatever guests you may have on your show. Keep up the amazing work. A fan.
That's so wonderful.
Isn't that
It is.
And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And then I paused for a minute and I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, I'm also grateful for the show and the fans as well, because I've had a really shitty time the last year.
Yeah.
You know, because Izzy died, and then, like, 2 months later, Mom died. And I don't really know what I'd be doing with myself right now if it wasn't for all my friends, you guys helping me with the show itself, and just people being on the channel in general, watching the videos and commenting, and, you know, everybody having fun. I don't know what you guys feel about that, but I've always been really thankful for the show. You know, it's just started as something really stupid. I'm just like, I'm gonna, like, copy Cloud and, like, read a stupid fanfic. And then it just kind of went from there, because Hushicho's like, hey, I want to read stuff. And so then we started reading stuff. And he's like, hey, how about this thing called Operation Nina? And I'm like, okay. I'm kind of terrified of being live on the air, but sure, I can do a thing. And then Hawk jumped on, and Lore, and everybody, and it's been a blast.
Yeah, I agree. It is a lot of fun. It's kind of a shame that my window to be able to record is kind of small.
Yeah.
But the times that I can get on, I really, really enjoy myself. It's always a blast to do this kind of thing. I mean, as horrible as the stories are, you know, being able to have the experience with, you guys, it makes the whole thing really, really enjoyable. And the fact that other people enjoy it too is always amazing. I mean, just hearing that you're even a small part of helping somebody get through something really hard, like being in the hospital. I mean, that makes it all worthwhile. That's really awesome.
Yeah, and I totally understand about being stuck in the hospital, and it sucks. Yeah. I've been to the hospital pretty much for basically just everybody dying. And like, anytime I go to the hospital, it's because somebody's dying. Pretty much. I understand. It sucks, and I've been there and done that. So I understand. Because even when I was with Mom in the hospital, and basically she's in hospice, and basically it's just, let's wait until she dies, I was working on the channel, and bad fanfic because I'm like, I need to do something. I can't just sit here and stare off into space, and it just helped.
I know that Law has also, when she was in hospital a year or two ago, and when she's been in hospital now, I know that hearing us doing bad fanfiction theater and us just being together and making people laugh and things like that have really helped, and it's definitely helped me too, because this whole last year has been chaos, and it's like weird shit that you wouldn't ever anticipate. Like, well, it's just like that toxic gas spill near where you were.
Yeah.
It's like, who would ever have possibly anticipated that?
Yeah.
Like, where did this shit come from?
I was just out of the evacuation zone from that. Like, basically up the road is where it ended. Like, just right there at Walmart. Like, I could have probably maybe gone on Alco Highway, but I couldn't went anywhere near Walmart. Unless I wanted to go to the Maryville Walmart.
Yeah, it was just bizarre. Like where did this even come from? But all these different things that have been happening in the last year, it's been like chaos. It really is like truth is stranger than fiction. But I absolutely love hearing from people like this, because I love doing this with you. I'm so glad that we got into it, because in part it also helped me to get over my my dislike of my own voice. Like, I used to really, really hate the sound of my voice. I could not deal with it.
That always seemed so bizarre to me, because I'm like, your voice is so soothing. Just like
yeah, it sounds so nice. Like I just like, maybe it's because it's, he has a British accent, but it just sounds nice.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that your tone and cadence are just really nice. I mean, some people just like sort of inherently have a harsh or loud way of talking, and you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm very glad. I'm very glad to hear that. For years though, I thought my voice sounded awful, and doing this has made me kind of come to terms with it. And now I'm okay with it. Now I'm doing like audio commissions and things like that. I'm still
that's cool.
Sort of getting into it, but
yeah.
But I love hearing from people that when you've touched their lives and improved their lives, even in a small way. And it's funny because you talk to people, especially when you run into someone who has like heard of you or who is a fan, and they're most of the time they think that anyone who does like creative stuff, like has their own podcast or a program like this, or does their own comic or art or whatever, a lot of people think that all these people just constantly get like fan mail and messages and feedback and all this stuff. And like, I have it on very good authority that even like pretty internationally popular people in a variety of media just don't hardly get anything. It's you get stuff from time to time, but it's not very frequent. And a lot of the time people just they're either afraid to talk to you, or they anticipate that you must get this sort of stuff all the time, and their message will be just lost in giant mountains of messages that you get. But I have to say that is not true. The messages are much, much less in number than you would imagine, and every single one of them is so precious.
Yeah.
Especially now.
I try to respond to everybody who leaves a comment. And it's just like they're always so surprised, like, oh, you replied back to me, and I'm like, yeah? Should I not have? They're like, no, it's just people don't usually do that. I'm like, they don't?
Yeah, and it's weird too, because it's like, you would think that in this day and age of the like, it's so easy just to send someone a message, and it's so easy to, answer that message. It's bizarre to me that's...
I mean, if you're like a great big huge channel, you might not can get to every single one in a single day, but, I would at least try. I can't speak for other people who are likely a lot more busy than I am, but...
Yeah, I mean, even when I was really when my comic English Tales was at its most hoppin', with readers and whatnot, I always found the time to respond to people. I don't know, it means so much to me when people do say something, and tell you what it means to them, and that, you've improved their life, you've made something tolerable that was an ordeal, like being in hospital or,
Right.
Going through a bad time or whatnot. I just feel like that is something that's so profoundly valuable and something that not everybody can do. Like, not everybody is going to actually get this opportunity to do something like this.
Well,
And
I never thought it would be something I would ever do or be good at, because I've never liked putting myself in front of people, because I've always been heavily bullied, and having the spotlight on me is a bad idea in my mind.
Yeah.
Because I just like freeze and like, yeah, go do that.
I was pretty well bullied and ostracized. If not bullied, I was ostracized. So it was very odd for me to get into it too. And by the time I got on, doing this with you, though, I'd had the experience of doing more shows and more things like that. But I still didn't like the sound of my voice. So this being a primarily voice-oriented, audio show, that made it much more difficult for me. So I totally understand what you mean.
Thank you for the fan letter, and I'm glad we make your day and just whatever happens in your life that sucks a lot better, or at least make you feel better, even if, we can't physically change how something sucks. Yeah, that's good words, Caleb. That helps everybody. Makes tons of sense.
It's heartfelt.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It totally is.
You know that we're being genuine because we're not slick enough to be.
It's so true.
I mean, we just did a talk time and a talk time, so.
It's talk timeception.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's really cool to be any kind of part of making somebody's day better. Just makes everything we wade through worth it.
Because it's always worth it in the end.
So
to speak.
It really is. It really is always so nice to get messages and feedback and especially just the nice to know that you've been a part of improving someone's life, even if only in a small way, is one of the greatest feelings in life. It's something that really gives life meaning and value, and that is especially important, I feel like, and especially dear to anyone that has, that creates anything, that tells a story, that, tells other people's stories, anything, a show, a book, a comic, anything. It's just really amazing to know that you made a difference, because so many people go through life and they never really have that opportunity. Like I said, not everybody has this opportunity, and it's so precious, it's so dear to actually have that opportunity and to know that someone, has actually had something good come out of what you've created and what you've worked hard on. Because it is work. I mean, it's always great to spend time with you. It's always great to, laugh and joke around with your friends and spend precious time with people who are very dear to you. But it is also work. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's work just reading it. It's work. And it's so much work that, Caleb does, of course, with the editing
absolutely.
and making the videos and everything. I mean, it's enough work to just read these and to do this, to do the recording at all. But it's even more work that she has to do. So it's just like, there is a lot of work that goes into this. And that is something that really, really helps when you actually know that someone's life was made better by this work. It makes it so worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of work, and sometimes I just, want to if I could, rip the stories we read in half and just be like, nope, done with this, going to go do something else now. But, all the fan art and, I mean, we even now have a, not fanon, but a canon ship name for Hushicho and I.
What is it?
It was Hussie, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yes, I love that.
Because somebody
Yes,
was
I love
asking
it.
us that during the marathon.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have a ship name for people that ship us.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Hussie. Yeah, it's.
I was telling Hushicho, I'm like, if somebody ships me and you, Hawk, I'm so for the name Cat Dragon because of my webcomic.
Well, you know, if anyone ever has a mind to ship me with anybody, more power to them, I guess.
But
I was just like, I don't think I'm that interesting.
Well, I didn't either, but then everybody's like, we want to ship you because it's fun. And I'm like, okay.
Like, okay, whatever you say.
Yeah, wait till they hear the all the
the David Show. Yes, the David Show. I've actually called it that, the David Show.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
It might be. Because I was I'm like, what would David Hopkins shipped with Hushicho be? And I'm like, David Cho. There we go, David Cho.
You could do that, or you could do Hushikins.
Oh,
which is pretty cute.
I think you're like almost legally obligated to put Lil before that, Lil Hushikins.
I feel like that could be the name of like a Harvey Comics character. Like Ricky Rich or cop stuff,
But all the fan art and the fan vids and just everybody like just showing up and commenting and recommending stories. Thanks, and it's appreciated, and we'll keep doing this. Or at least I will. I don't know about everybody else.
We'll keep doing this, whether you like it or not.
We will always be here in hell because of you.
We're gonna be like in a retirement home or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and we're gonna be like, oh well, I gotta get to Cassie's room. We gotta record today. And Hawkeye's like, let me find my teeth.
I'm just like, we're in like motorized rocking chairs that have their own USB ports. We can just kind of, plug in and start recording on the go, or whatever that wireless technology is at the time. Like, well, I'm just gonna go rock over to Caleb's today.
I had Jello today.
It was lime.
Did it turn out like that one time I made Jello? I'm guessing Hawk didn't see the Jello meat.
It did, but that's because they tried to put the sloppy Joe with the Jello and to get me to eat it all together, and they forgot I was a vegetarian, so it was kind of.
Then they forgot about it and it gained sentience. That was a hard day.
Oh God, now I'm trying to imagine us as actual old people doing this show. And I'm just like...
When we're old... that's just totally going to be an act. We're all going to be as sharp as ever, but we're going to put on the old man and old woman act so we can get more out of people.
I'm just imagining, I'm like, by the time we're that old, we're just going to be like, okay, this is the fic we're reading? It's shit. We don't give a fuck anymore. It's time for a nap.
Nap time!
Look, I haven't had a bowel movement in 2 weeks. I'm not going to read any more of this shit until I can have some of my own.
Oh my goodness! Cantankerous old Hushicho. That would be so freaking scary.
Did you see that nurse? He was hot. Yeah, but
That's
they're
just-
too old
that's
to get
just your-
freaky.
That's just your hot flashes, honey. You do this every Tuesday, and then you forget about it. I told you to write it down. So, see, it's amazing. We get a fan letter, and something new and beautiful and terrible comes out.
Yes.
In 50 years, what will Fan Fiction Theater be doing? And like? Well, they'll be in retirement homes, most likely. Complaining about shit as usual.
We'll have to pressure the nurses to read with us. They'll be like, I don't know. And we'll just be like, it'll only take like 30 minutes. Come on, read with us. Come on.
2 hours
you don't
from
have
now.
anything better to do.
I mean, I almost more see it as a plan to get rid of the nurses so that they're not looking over our shoulders like, yeah, come read with us. It'll only take about 2.5 hours.
All the other old people are like sneaking off somewhere to, I don't know, like go to a outside or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the other people will sneak off and they'll like slip us money. You know, like slip us money.
Like, I'll
and,
give you my nighttime snack if you'll distract the nurses for 5 minutes. We can do it for 2 hours and your milk.
Yes.
But I want the hydrocodone.
Oh my goodness. I actually have a prescription for hydrocodone in here and now, and I'll tell you, you can have it.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
It's just like, okay, this is not doing a whole lot other than making me sick to my stomach. And people take this recreationally? Alrighty. Power to you.
People do a lot of stuff recreationally.
It's true. It's true. I keep having to remind myself that people do a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just, I can't think about it too hard because otherwise it makes me sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I think maybe that's one of the reasons I really like doing this is because it's like, yeah, the thing in front of us is stupid, but it's capturing my attention so well that, like, for right now, this is the only stupid thing in the universe.
Here it is, the stupidest thing in the universe, in all the galaxy. There's nothing stupider than you. You've reached the top, the pinnacle of stupid, good going dumb. Your dreams have come true. I totally ripped that off from South Park.
It's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
And it's so relevant to this show.
It is. It's so, oh my goodness. That was perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't try that much at all.